What are international relations? International relations is simply the way countries interact with each other. Think of it as the relationships and activities that take place beyond a country's borders. It's about understanding how countries get along, or sometimes don't get along, on the world stage. The main players in this global arena are nation-states. These are the countries themselves, like the United States, China, or Brazil. Each state has its own interests and goals. But it's not just countries calling the shots. International organizations like the United Nations try to find common ground and address shared problems. Then there are non-governmental organizations, often focused on specific issues like poverty or the environment. Multinational corporations wield economic power across borders, while individuals themselves are increasingly interconnected in our globalized world. It's a complex web of interactions with different actors pursuing their own agendas within a system of global governance. Understanding international relations is about making sense of this complex web. It's about analyzing the forces that drive conflict and cooperation in our world today. To make sense of the world, we need frameworks to guide our thinking. In international relations, three main theories offer different perspectives: realism, liberalism, and constructivism. Realism takes a rather pessimistic view. It argues that states are the primary actors and their main goal is survival in a world without a global government. It emphasizes power politics, with states constantly vying for influence and security. Cooperation is possible, but often driven by self-interest. Liberalism, in contrast, is more optimistic. It believes in the possibility of cooperation and progress. It sees a role for international organizations and law in mitigating conflict. Liberals believe that shared values and economic interdependence can foster peace. Constructivism focuses on the role of ideas and norms. It argues that international relations are shaped by shared understandings and identities. For constructivists, anarchy isn't a given, but a construct. The way we think about the world shapes how we act within it. These theories are not mutually exclusive. They offer different lenses through which to view the complexities of international relations, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. The world stage is often fraught with challenges. Conflicts, sadly, are a recurring theme. From territorial disputes to ideological clashes, violence continues to plague our world. The protection of human rights is another pressing concern. Ensuring dignity, freedom and justice for all individuals, regardless of where they live, remains a constant struggle. Environmental challenges, from climate change to resource depletion, transcend national borders and require global cooperation. Terrorism, with its global reach and devastating impact, poses a significant threat to international security and requires coordinated responses. These are just a few of the many challenges that make international relations so crucial. Understanding the root causes of these issues and the different actors and interests involved is essential for finding solutions. Power dynamics are central to international relations. Who has it, who wants it, and how it's used shapes the global landscape. Traditionally, power has been understood in terms of military and economic might. Hard power relies on coercion and force to get what it wants, but increasingly soft power, the ability to influence others through persuasion and attraction, is recognized as a potent tool. The distribution of power in the world has also shifted over time. We've seen periods of unipolarity, where a single state dominates, bipolarity, with two superpowers vying for influence, and multipolarity, where power is more diffused among multiple actors. Understanding these power dynamics is crucial for understanding why states behave the way they do and for predicting future trends in international relations. In a world without a global police force, how can we maintain order and address common challenges? This is where international law and institutions come in. International law, based on treaties and customary practices, sets a framework for how states should interact. It covers areas like war and peace, human rights and trade. Institutions like the United Nations provide a forum for dialogue, diplomacy and cooperation. The International Court of Justice, the UN's principal judicial organ, settles legal disputes between states. While far from perfect, these mechanisms provide a framework for managing conflict and promoting cooperation. They represent humanity's attempt to create a more just and peaceful world order. Globalization refers to the increasing interconnectedness of our world. Advances in technology, communication and transportation have made it easier for people, goods and ideas to cross borders. This has led to greater economic interdependence, with countries increasingly reliant on each other for trade and investment. It's also fostered cultural exchange and the spread of information. However, globalization has its downsides. It can exacerbate inequality, erode national sovereignty, and contribute to environmental degradation. Understanding the complexities of globalization and its impact on international relations is crucial for navigating the challenges and opportunities of our interconnected world. Diplomacy is the art of conducting negotiations between states. It's about finding peaceful solutions to disputes, building relationships, and advancing national interests. In today's world, diplomacy takes many forms. It's not just about diplomats in suits meeting in grand halls. It includes public diplomacy, which aims to influence foreign publics, and Track 2 diplomacy, which involves non-official actors. The rise of new technologies and social media has also changed the face of diplomacy, creating new avenues for communication and engagement. Effective diplomacy is crucial for preventing conflict, building trust, and addressing global challenges. It's the art of persuasion and compromise on the world stage. International security and economic relations are closely intertwined. A secure world is essential for economic prosperity, and economic well-being can contribute to a more stable and peaceful world. States cooperate on issues like trade, investment, and development assistance. International financial institutions like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund play a role in managing the global economy. However, economic competition can also lead to tension and conflict. Trade wars, for example, can damage relationships and undermine global prosperity. Finding the right balance between cooperation and competition in the economic realm is essential for fostering a more prosperous and secure world. Understanding international relations is not just for diplomats and policymakers. It's relevant to all of us. The decisions made on the world stage affect our daily lives, from the products we buy to the security we enjoy. In an increasingly interconnected world, what happens in one corner of the globe can have ripple effects far beyond. By understanding the forces that shape international relations, we can become more informed citizens, better equipped to engage in debates about global issues, and contribute to creating a more peaceful and just world. The study of international relations empowers us to understand our place in the world and to work towards a better future for all.